we worked on our number grid from 1 to 120. Remember that, friends? So we're going to work on a mystery picture. And again, this might take us a while to get it all done, but we're going to still work on a mystery picture. But what we need to do is we need to be able to count anywhere on this grid. So if we started, for example, on number 115, so it's in row 111 and column 5. So here's our column 5, because our columns go up and down, remember. So our columns are going this way, friends, and our rows go back and forth or left to right. Yeah. And that's always important to remember, especially when we're working on our calendar. Remember where we had to go down a row or down 2 rows and over a column? We had to do that. So it's important to know what our rows and our columns are. So here we are. If we started on column 5 at 115 and we wanted to get all the way over to 120, how many numbers is that? Does anybody know or want to count with me? You want to make a prediction, Genesis? Go ahead.
No, I was trying to help.
Say that again, honey.
I want to help you.
Okay, perfect. You can help me. So if this is 115, Rose, let's look and count how many times we'd have to move over to the right and get to 120. So 115, that's 1, is 116. 117 is 2. 118 is 3. 119 is 4. And 120 is 5. So friends, if we were to write that, we would say 115 plus 5 would get us to 120. So 115 equals 115 plus 5 equals 120. So if we were going to make a mystery picture, we would start, and you could choose any color. This time, let's choose green. And we started on 115. So we'd color that in green. And you can do this. You can watch if you don't have this, because tomorrow you will have your books. And if you're on Seesaw, you'd be able to see your 115 grid on page 963. All right, so we'd color that in, and then we'd also color in 120. And that's because that's the number we landed on. So let's try and do a different number, friends. Let's start with 110. So if I started on 100. So 110, Rose. So if we started with 110 and we moved down 1 column, how many did we move down? 110 plus what equals 120?
Mom, she went on to this page. But she's going to go this one.
What page?
63.
You are on 63.
Oh, but yeah, it's only, I don't. Look like 41.
Oh, that's okay, Rose. That's okay.
You on the right page.
So,
actually, Rose might want to be on 58 so that he can use this for the calendar grid.
oh, okay. It's different. Okay, sorry.
No, this works for doing it all together, but for him to add each day, he might want to do it on page 58.
Okay, perfect.
So this stays clean for the calendar for him, because he can't reset like we can.
That would make sense. Yep, because we have to use this for multiple things.
Yes.
Yep, good thinking, Mrs. Caproni. Okay, so friends, if we didn't get a say, if we started it on 110 and we moved down 1 row, what is that number? What number is this, Genesis? Can you tell me?
It's 120.
Yes. So you know, because you just said 110, and we moved one row down, or up, I guess, which would be 10 more would be 120, right? Because 110 plus 110 equals 120. So we would color that in. And it might take us a while, friends, to figure out, a couple of days to figure out exactly how many or what our mystery picture will be, but that's okay. We can work on that off and on. All right, friends. So tell me what you know about a mystery. What have we talked about a mystery? Rose, do you know what a mystery is?
Uh,
Have you ever watched Scooby-Doo? Do you know who Scooby-Doo might be? And he goes and he solves what? What does he solve? He solves mysteries, right? And so, yeah, you're right, Genesis. And so, Genesis, do we help Scooby-Doo find we find clues, right? To solve the mystery. And that's what we're doing with our calendar. We are using the calendar and looking at the clues as to what the mystery picture is going to be. All right. Anybody want to take a guess on what they think the mystery picture might be for our calendar? Any idea? We colored in 2 squares. They were purple. Any prediction on what could be purple that has 2 squares, 24 and 42? What are those pictures? What do you think that picture could be? Anybody want to make a prediction? Yes, Genesis.
42.
Yeah, 42. And remember we colored in 42 purple?
Yep.
And we colored in 24 purple?
Yep.
So based on that information, what do you think our mystery picture for our calendar might be?
Up. I think it's gonna be down. Yeah, I think it's gonna be down.
You think it's going to be what, honey?
I think it's gonna be down.
You think it's going to be down? Okay. What do you think a picture might be that has 2 squares, just 2 random squares colored purple? What do you think that could be? Something that has purple on it or in it. Well, we don't know, right? Because that's our mystery. We have to follow the clues. So every day that we go to our calendar and we flip over another day will give us a hint and add us more clues to what our mystery could be. And we'll use the colors that they say to use, okay? So, all right, friends. Why don't we move on? I'm going to stop recording for right now. And I think because the objective or the reason that we did this was to figure out the pattern. And we wanted to figure out also what a mystery picture was based on the clues in our 100 and our 1 to 120 grid. So if we were anywhere on this grid and we wanted to get to 120, we know that we would follow the clues that say go down the rows or down the columns and over to the rows, either direction. So we'll figure out what our mystery picture is as we go through the month, friends. Okay, I'm going to stop recording here. And we are going to move